Good evening to you all. For I pray and hope everybody's Friday has not only been a blessing, has not only been an opportunity, but I'm also praying and hoping that everybody has been once again, and as I always say, I hope and pray everybody's been going out in life, living out your opportunities, living out those chances, living out every moment of your life to your fullest abilities. Because like I always say, and as we all should know, when you wake up in the morning, that just means that there's a start to your life, or there's something within it that you're getting closer and closer to. Not only are you getting closer and closer to those opportunities, but anything and everything else that's going on in your life, it's only going to continue to grow. But tonight I got a good little topic for y'all, man. Like I said, I'm going to get ready to type it in. And like I said, I'm trying to work on really doing a little bit of, a lot less more typing first instead of immediately going off into doing what I need to, hands down. But like I said, I'm finna get into the topic. But besides that, hey, I just want to tell you guys, man, I am truly proud of each and every last one of you all. And not only that, but in and everything else that you all have going on for yourselves, I'm truly happy for you. But like I said, tonight I want to talk about not allowing empty lies to keep you from your potential. But let me go ahead and actually I'm going to type it in. So hold on. All right, so we got our topic in for the day. And besides that, hey, but as you all can read the title, that's something I want you all to understand, is that when you've been given something in your life, or when you constantly face those moments that you feel like that you don't have what it takes, this is the beauty of it. You cannot allow those empty lies to interrupt what you have going on for yourself and what it is that you permanently have going on and that is soon to come. If everyone was to believe any and everything that they had been told, the problem is no one would even know what their potential is because once again, they're so used to hearing people tear them down. Or they constantly believe that whatever they do in life does not matter. They constantly believe that every time they've been told something, someone has always told them, oh, you don't have the potential. You don't have a gift. You don't have this or that. You don't have all these opportunities for yourself. Well, this is something you have to understand. If you believe those words, then you're denying your God-given abilities. Because one thing's for certain, there's nothing that God has given you that he made a mistake. There's nothing that you have been given the privilege or the opportunity to go after or want to pursue is a mistake. But what you also have to understand and realize, you got to scratch and claw every day. You can't go out in life and think that you're going to have a perfectly magical life or your life is going to be full of simple opportunities, because see, that's not how it's going to work out. And then think about it. You'll never know what it feels like to actually be challenged, because you're constantly always wanting to do the same thing or being treated a specific way. But see, this is the heartbreaking thing of it all, is that you're constantly thinking that everything is just supposed to be simple and easy. Well, that's not true. Because see, if everything's supposed to be simple and easy, then think about it. You will never really challenge yourself or take on a challenge. And the reason I say that is because you're so used to hearing people say so many uplifting things that you don't know how to deal with certain criticism, especially if it's something to help you. And if all you want to continue to hear is the same old, oh, it's going to be all right, it's going to be okay. Yes, that's good. It's true, but you're going to have to understand, not everybody is going to be happy for you. Not everybody's going to be thrilled. Not everybody's going to want to see you accomplish something. So you know what they're going to do? They're going to continue to keep trying to talk you out of your opportunities. Or Satan's going to try to continue to keep coming up and sending his workers. Or he's going to try to keep trying to find that small little bit of negativity and negative hope in your life. He's going to try to keep throwing that negative hope into your life to where you don't have what it takes anymore. So you're going to continue to keep allowing those moments within your life to say, hey, I don't have anything anymore, so I'm not even worth being able to live in life. That's not true. That is not true, because every day you've been getting up in the morning, going along your day, God has been waking you up, obviously, because he knows within himself as well as within you, you have not fully lived your life. And if you've not fully lived your life out, then how will you be able to if you continue to believe those empty lies? Empty lies are, once again, negative feelings and emotions that you often hear or feel amongst yourself, meaning that doubt. When you feel like, man, when you do something and it's not fully happened, or your potential has not fully met its peak, or you have not gotten to where you want to in life, and you constantly say that, and the reason why being is because of one thing and one thing only, and that's because you don't want to take on those challenges. So you feel like, well, no, I'm going to be all right, because see, all of this and that's going on, it's going to work out. It's going to work out. All right, hey, thank you for joining me. They appreciate you. But what you got to understand and realize, God is also trying to help you take on all things in life, not just the good, but the bad too. If you were always meant to just take on the good things in life, then you would never know what it feels like to go through something heartbreaking or unexpected. Think about it. When you go through so much good, you don't know what it feels like to feel something bad. And then think about it. When you deal with so much bad, you don't know how it feels to have something good, because all you've been told is so much negativity and so many negative things. But you got to understand, at some point in your life, you cannot allow the world and the people in it to keep you from your potential. That's too much in this world that some of you all out there that you have to give every day. Like I tell y'all every day, man, come actually, like I said, within this year, actually of Sunday. All right, hey, thank you, my brother. Appreciate you for joining me tonight there. All right, appreciate you. But like I said, this took 7 years of commitment, consistency, patience, faith to build this platform I'm on. For my entire life, I always thought sports was my go-to, but I never took it amongst myself to actually think outside of sports. So I was only familiar and comfortable with doing what it was that was familiar to me. And that's something like all of us. When we're so used to doing something so much, we don't want to stop doing that to try something new or challenge ourselves or change something to improve something in our lives. So we try to stay in amongst of where we feel more comfortable of doing something. That's even, once again, even in the job world. When something feels good and we feel like, okay, I want to do this, I want to keep doing this all the time. But then once again, once you get challenged to do something new, you feel like, man, I don't want to do that. I like what I'm doing now. You're not being challenged. You're getting too comfortable where you are. And then think about, how are you going to multitask your abilities if all you're going to do is continue to keep doing one thing or continue to do the same thing over and over again and every day? Do you know the biggest problem most people have is that they don't challenge themselves to do more in life because they're so familiar with the things that they're so used to doing on one side. So they never take it amongst themselves to move, so they stick and stay right there where they are. Like, for instance, and I've spoken about this before as well, when, like I said, when it comes to races and marathons or anything like that in general, when you have to move, if you're only going to stay at the starting line, or you're going to stay right there where it begins, if you're going to stay right there, then wait a minute, how are you going to know how far you can go or further you can go in your life, or within that race, or in the midst of that, in the midst of the time of you trying to get somewhere? How will you know where to go to if you're going to stay right in the beginning and the start of your life? How will you know what it feels like to actually experience different things or see what you're capable of if, first and foremost, if you're only going to stay at the starting line? Or you're going to only stay in the beginning time of your life, whereas you're not going to want to go to the middle or see the ending of your life as well, because you're so used to staying in that one spot, which is the beginning. But think about it. That's the point of going through life. Think about it. If we were all meant to only stay 1 year old, we would never know what it feels like to grow up. So if you were able to, matter of fact, take that back. If you were to always be a newborn, you would never know what it feels like to grow and go through life, because you only remain to be a newborn. And think about, what if God had only made us to be just newborns? So our birthday, every time we would turn around and it come up, we would never turn around and change within our lives. We would remain the same size, the same look. So which means our features wouldn't kick in completely as the years continue to go on, because we will always be in the same form as when we were when our mothers gave birth to us. But see, the point of life is by you being able to go from a newborn to furthering along your life as a kid, from going from a kid to a teen, going from a teen to an adult, to a full-grown adult and a grown-up, to being a full-fledged grown individual. So you will never be able to be that if all you're going to continue to do is be comfortable being a newborn. So one thing's for certain is, if you're not going to step up, if you're not going to do whatever it takes to go through life, then how are you truly living your life if all you wanted to do is stay in the same spot? But think about it. When you lose or when you face failure, it's like getting punched in the face. Yes, it hurts at the time. Yes, it hurts, but that's the point of you blocking, ducking, maneuvering, watching out for those punches. But still, if they feel like they can't, if you get into a fight and they can't hit your face, they're gonna try to find another part of your body that they can aim for. And think about it, when you take that blow, it's gonna hurt too. But you must understand, within the midst of any and everything you do in life, you're going to have to face a challenge. You're not going to keep being in that beginning stage. You can't stay in that beginning stage, because you'll never know what it feels like to go further. You'll never know, because you only want to do what it is that you feel comfortable doing. So think about it. People are going to continue to keep telling you those lies every day because they can't allow you, or once again, Satan cannot allow that power that lies within you, meaning that potential. He can't allow that to shine or to reach its full of potential or its abilities in life. Where once again, when you've reached that level, when he sees that you're getting a little bit of hope, Satan's going to keep trying to send people your way. Block them, cut them off, or cut her off. She can't, no, I cannot allow this to happen. Whereas God, he's like a brick, he's like a shield, a titanium shield. All right, here we come, boom. What y'all doing? No, y'all ain't. I ain't give y'all permission. So you need to go on back down there where you came from and leave my child alone. Leave him or her alone. Quit trying to come up here. And then think about it. Satan has no authority over you or your potential unless you allow him to. If God gives Satan the okay to challenge you, but then think about it. You got to put within your mind, this is all part of the plan. One challenger is going to challenge me to fail, whereas the other, the champion, he's going to challenge me to become what I need to be at his level, meaning God. So, whereas Satan, he's trying to destroy your potential, where he's going to keep throwing things your way and you're going to feel it, eventually get to that point where you're going to break down and you're going to quit. Whereas in terms of God, what he's doing, he's trying to challenge you to understand, yes, you are to receive this. But no matter what he tells you, or no matter who it is that he's shape-shifting into or trying to throw in your pathway, do not believe them. Anything you go through, it's always been between a battle between God and Satan. Satan wants to destroy your life. God has been already building your life. I'm going to say that again. Satan is trying to destroy your life, whereas God has already built your life. Meaning the gifts that you feel, that you're so passionate about, or you so gifted at, or you feel like, oh man, there's something else I want to do. That's something God gave you. But then not only that, but you did not allow those lies and those moments to define your success or to define you to break down. Because guess what? When you learn to start controlling this and start being more humble and hungry with this, old boy does not have any say so. You know how many times Satan has tried to destroy a lot of what you got going on within your life, as well as my own too? There's been so many challenges that I faced that I felt like I would never overcome until I got older enough to understand, okay, wait a minute. Where I am is not necessarily defined my forever. And what I mean by that, meaning, like I said, I always talk about jobs because, like I said before, and as we all should know, jobs are an example to show you what you're getting ready to prepare for, that God's been preparing you for. Once again, where you are on that job that God has placed you, he's placed you there just to be an example. To be a leader, not a follower. To be the manager of your potential and your opportunities that he's given you, and not just be an employee looking in or trying to find a way just to be like everybody else. Because you ever notice when you go to a job and you can often feel somebody's energy, especially if your energy is strong and positive. Or whenever now and then, yeah, you might have a bad day and you may feel like, man, what is going on, man? I'm not into it today. Okay, yes, that just means there's a moment that you're facing. Everybody goes through them, but only certain people actually find out, well, this day's difficult now, but I guarantee you I'm going to find a way to overcome what I'm feeling right now. Because, see, I can't feel like everybody else. Because if I feel like everybody else, then I'm gonna leech off their energy instead of them leeching off of what I got going on in my life. Better yet, I can't allow these people, or I can't allow these moments in my life to define me being uncomfortable when knowing I should be truly happy with something that's worth going after. So at some point in your life, you got to look at it like this. If you always continue to doubt what you feel all the time, then you will never be able to once again see what it feels like to do more or expect more, because you're always feeling what everybody else feels. See, that's the beauty of energy. And that's the beauty that it's always good that everyone else has their own specific energy. Because if we were all meant to feel the same way, a lot of us will sometimes go in and be feeling the same way all the time. Man, I don't want to go into this work, or man, I don't want to get up in the morning, or man, this is stupid. I don't want to go nowhere. I'm just going to get fired. It's a task. It's a test. You're not the only person in the world trying to go after something. And no, God's not necessarily trying to tell you that's where you're going to be forever. That's up to you as to where your future lies. And if you're going to settle for a life of empty lies, or if you're going to settle for negative emotions and feelings and all of this and that, if that's all you're going to continue to accept in your life, then what positive outlooks do you have going on for yourself if all you're going to continue to understand, first and foremost, how will you know what you're capable of if all you're going to continue to do is settle for the things you keep feeling or allowing people to throw upon you? So sometimes in your life, you got to understand, you cannot accept or settle for the things that are just too uncomfortable for you. One thing's for certain that you got to understand is that everybody's in the same pool looking to do something. Obviously, you got to learn how to swim, or else you just lay up on the beach. Don't even get in the water. But what you got to understand, in the midst of being able to do something, you have to challenge yourself no matter how fearful it gets. Even if there's something that you don't want to do, okay, listen, you don't necessarily have to do it. But you still have to be an example as to why you have to do it. There's potential in each and every last one of you all. So you must continue to understand. And this is something else I like to also talk about too. When you see something, don't just look at it. Look at the possibility of having that amongst yourself as well. Meaning, stop looking at somebody else's life on social media when you can have that same exact thing, but you just got to find a way as to how you're going to be able to have it. Not only that, but understand and realize that first and foremost, every time, and I'm going to give you guys a prime example. And like I said, this is something that actually kind of motivated me as well. When I would often see celebrities, I follow, like I said, on here, and I see, a lot of people who I admire their work ethic, the way they work hard. When I see their lives, at one point I was just looking like, man, that looks nice. So, funny thing was, I was just looking at their lives. But then once I start to feel the abilities of, wait a minute, I got something good too. I got something going on for myself too. So, at some point in my life, I stopped looking at their lives and started envisioning my own. So, At some point, I had to look at it like this. That by all means necessary, don't just keep looking at somebody's life as it just being their life. You can have those same possibilities too. But the thing is, you got to find out what your gift is, and don't try to mimic off what their life is. Now, if there's something within that what they do that you want to try for yourself, that God might have given you the opportunity to do, at least see, okay, well, you know what? Yeah, they got there, but I have to find out amongst my own past. So, Father, help me find out what it is that I need to do to be able to enjoy my life how they're enjoying theirs. Give me the ability to find out what gift I have within me to where I can pursue it, to where I can enjoy not only my life, but being able to help others enjoy their lives as well. Boom, that's it. Starts with prayer. It continues with faith. Also continues to go forward with consistency. But also takes a lot of patience. Sorry about that. So, one thing's for certain within your lifetime that you have to understand. The life and the potential that you have amongst yourself, that you're so busy admiring amongst other people's lives, you can have those same things. But what you got to understand is that you got to stop trying to look at their lives and start focusing on your own. See, the problem is sometimes we get to looking at other people's lives and feel like that, wait a minute, they're living a better life than me, when knowing, wait a minute, I'm already living a good life. I'm just trying to find out how to get to there, to the level that they on. Well, that's simple and easy. Find out what you're potentially gifted at, meaning find out what's your purpose, and find out how that purpose can become a plan, and then allow that plan to become a reality. So in order for you to be able to accomplish all these things and these chances in life, you first and foremost have to find out what specific potential that lies within you. And once you find out what you're truly passionate with, use that gift. Continue to allow that gift to grow to something more bigger and better. Meaning, you don't necessarily have to do what it is you're doing now. Because, see, you have a wonderful life worth living. But what you have to understand is that life that you're wanting so badly, yeah, that's your future. But in order for you to get to your future, you got to find out what you need to do here in the present. See, the past is going to be the past. Whatever you've had to experience, whatever you've had to go through, whatever you had seen or have had happen in your life that either did turn out good or did not turn out right, don't allow that to interfere with where you are now and where you're going. You got to find out something. Because, see, you don't want to leave this world with the possibilities of something you could have done, meaning regrets. You don't want to leave this world full of regrets and then think to yourself, wow, going over into the afterlife, what you could have done when you had the time on earth. So, amongst yourself, think about it like this. If you're so busy focusing on what you have not done when you could have done it, think about it like this. While you still have the chance to, why don't you pray and ask God to help you to improve something that you're not doing? That's one thing that's truly understandable. You got to understand God is up 24/7. Even when you're asleep and He's asleep, He feels you here. He hears your prayers. Because He also feels your emotions and what you're feeling, He knows it all because we're a piece of him. But you got to also understand that the life that you have, it's full of so many things. But you will never know what you're capable of if you're selling the life of empty lies, doubt, negative emotions, feelings, always wanting to quit when you haven't even so much started yet. Why are you quitting? You haven't even turned around and done anything. You faced one moment in your life and already you about to quit. For what? Why are you quitting? You haven't even done anything yet. You got hit one time, boom, already you ready to get out the ring. Trust me, that's just the beginning. That's the first punch. Or that's the first knee that you get. Or that's the first shot that you missed. Or the first pass that you threw or did not catch. Or that's the first time you failed the test. And trust me, there's more and more of them. But you got to understand at some point in your life, you got to move forward. Stop staying in that beginning stage. You got to move forward. You got to move up at some point in your life. You got to. Because if you don't move, you're gonna be stuck. You're gonna be in that thinking stage for the rest of your life. And I remember speaking about this, and I'm actually going to get off in a few minutes. I don't know if some of you all remembered about me talking about a post I saw here on Instagram where there was two different statues. There was a thinker and there was a doer. The thinker, all he thought about was, man, I want to do something, but I don't know how to do it. I want to do something, or I'm planning on doing something, but I haven't made the move for it, so I guess I'm just going to keep thinking about it. Far as in terms of the doer, he thought about it, and he said to himself, and I admired this post, because that's something that we all have to understand. You can stay there thinking about what you want to do, or you can think about it, take the actions, go forward with it to go do it, instead of sitting back where the other statue is and just continue to think about, I wish I could have done that, or I wish I could do this, or I'm thinking about doing that, or I'm thinking about going after this opportunity, but I don't know how. Versus, something, I got something going on. I feel something. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I need to go out there and try. So, what I'm saying is, go out and try to find out what your full potential is. Versus accepting the fact you have not done anything, that you don't have anything, or there's no chance of you not knowing what you're meant to do. And you're still sitting there thinking all day about something you could have done when knowing you had the abilities to stand up. You weren't glued to that. You aren't glued to the chair. Your feet aren't melting to the ground where you can't go nowhere. If you're able to get up and do something, even if you got full, complete movement in your body. Excuse me. If you have the ability to get up and go out and do something. Don't keep sitting in the house all day. Or better yet, find something to do. I don't care if it's to read a book. Get off the phone for once. Or better yet, stop looking at everybody else's life and start inventing and envisioning your own. There's so many people that constantly focus on other people's lives and they never live out theirs, or meaning you never live out yours because you're so focused and glued to somebody else's life. When knowing you can have the same exact things. But you just don't want to go for it. You don't want to do it. So you're going to continue to keep looking at somebody else that's like, man, I could. Excuse me, guys. But you're going to keep looking on or going online. I wish I could go to Dubai, but I don't have any money. You got a job. Or if you've invested some money in something, see what you can do to pinch off a little bit of that to go out and see Dubai. Or go to Hawaii. Go to, no, Germany, Turkey, Miami, LA, Texas, anywhere. If you got at least a job and you're making decent money, find a way to take a day off. Trust me. As long as you have an opportunity to do that, why not go out and at least live your life to see what the possibilities are? Why you got to be stuck at work every day like everybody else? Everybody else goes out and live their life, but you feel like as if you don't have a life worth living because all you know is work. Get out of that funk. Get out of that funk. Stop allowing yourself to be glued to your business. Go out and live life when you need to. When your priorities and your responsibilities have been taken care of, all you have to do is, once that's been taken care of and done, go out and live your life. Do whatever. But as long as you're smart enough to know, wait a minute, I don't want to do too much of this because then once again, hey, I might mess up and do something ridiculous, especially if I don't know how it's going to turn out. Now, yes, you're going to make mistakes, but the point of you making them is that you're learning from them, not repeating them. But hey, all is said and done, guys. Thank you all for everybody to join in. But like I said, it looks like somebody wants to join. They didn't know. They thought about it. But hey, either way, I appreciate you wanting to take your time to jump into the live. And like I said, hey, for anybody that's been tuning in, I pray and hope tonight's message was something uplifting to you. But like I said, you don't want to settle. You don't want to settle for empty life and empty lies and all these opportunities. You don't want to keep accepting that when knowing you have the potential to go out in life and do something. If you want to live a luxury lifestyle, this is what you must understand. That lifestyle is worth the opportunity and it's worth enjoying. But don't allow that opportunity and that journey that you're going forward with, don't allow it to cloud your mind to stay focused on that and to where you're like a robot. You don't have feelings and emotions. All you want to do is keep working. And then think about it, you're losing out on enjoying all the good things in life because you're so focused on doing one thing all the time. And whereas once again, you're so devoted to doing something so much, you don't even have a life that you're enjoying because of one thing and one thing only. You're so focused on doing work so much that you don't make time to do what you need to do, whether it's spend time with your kids or your girlfriend or your wife or your family. Sometimes it's good to do things where you're making money. Yes, that's awesome. But at least remember, you still have people around you that often needs to, speak to you sometimes, or often want to talk to you. Hey, what's going on, Ma? Or, hey, what's up, Pops? Or, hey, what's going on, fam? Pick up the phone sometimes. If somebody calling, hey, hopefully it's to talk to you. But one thing you got to understand and realize, don't put yourself in a position where you're so focused. You're so focused on work that you're not living your life. But by all means, guys, hey, I always appreciate the love and support I receive from each and every last one of you all. And like I said, man, God bless each and every last one of y'all. Pray and hope y'all enjoy and have a safe and blessed Memorial Day come next Monday. And beyond that, man, I just pray and hope that each and every last one of you all continue to remember every day you get up, that is an opportunity that you got to go out and enjoy and make the best out of. Because the more and more you enjoy life, the experiences, the moments, and all of this and that, the more and more your life will intend to open up bigger, and it will allow you to see things in a more perspective light that you're not seeing. But as always, guys, thank you all for your love and support. I will be getting back on here tomorrow, so stay tuned. Like I said, I got another topic, and of course, as always, guys, remain blessed. Continue doing your best, but always remember to let God take care of the rest, because there's so much more He's doing now, and that He's already preparing you all for. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and pray tonight that the message that came across was uplifting, helpful, and it's motivating you to keep on going. Y'all have a wonderful evening, man. Take care.